can do it, so we can get where we want to go, then we got to learn it if we don't, you see. And we got to keep that goal upmost in mind so that it can always help us to get back on task. You see? But you see, if you have no goals other than going to work, eating something, drinking beer, getting sex, then no wonder you can't think. There's no need for thinking and developing thinking skills. If you're addicted to sex and drugs, what do you need to think for? Yeah. If you're satisfied working for a white man on a low-wage job, even a high-wage job, what do you need to think about how to create employment for yourself? How different, I tell people, when we see people go to school, we all go to school with one assumption that the white man got jobs out here for us, and all we need to do is qualify for it. But the white man doesn't have the jobs out here for us, and he hardly has the job for himself. How different would our education be if we went to school to learn to create jobs for ourselves? How different would our curriculum be if the purpose for our going to school was not to work for white folk, but to work for ourselves and to create jobs for ourselves and to create wealth for ourselves? How different the content of courses would be that we take and so forth. You see, it's not about lowering standards. It's not about changing standards and the way these people talk about it. You see, it's about building up the appropriate standard. It's not about unequal education. It's about what? Appropriate education. It's about looking at the goals of your nation and looking at the goals of your community and deciding what kind of education you need in order to achieve those goals. But the kind of education we're getting today has the goal of working for white people and forever being a white man servant and slave in some form or another. And therefore we get a servant's education and a slave's education. And when he has no need for further servants and slaves, he doesn't educate us at all. And that's what's going on at this point. Because now he's hiring across the world. Now he imports the workers that he needs. And consequently, he's disinvesting the education of black people in America. And consequently, if you do not engage in the education of yourself and determine what your education is, if we are not engaging our children to make their own job and to make their own world, we are not going to be around much longer as a people. This is what this is about. So then how does this man falsify the consciousness of our people? Falsify it in three ways, Benji. You can falsify it by giving people false content, false history, false knowledge, irrelevant knowledge. You see, since we said that the consciousness contains that, doesn't it? Yes. So even if you can think well, even if you have the capacity for great logical thinking and analytical thinking, if you are using and applying those thinking processes to false information, you're still going to come out to a false end. Okay? And so therefore, one of the first ways our consciousness is falsified is that we fill our minds with irrelevant knowledge or no knowledge at all, or false knowledge, false beliefs, false wishes, all kinds of fantasies. We're going to live together in a raceless world. We're going to live together in a classless world. Negroes sitting around waiting for the classless society to occur. Waiting around when all people are going to live as one. Girl, you keep waiting. You won't be here to see it.
What is good, my people? We are live back again with another live broadcast on the forecast. Back again with Cassidra. What's going on, Cassidra?
I'm good. How are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Muted.
Can you hear me?
No, you ain't mute.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you talking though.
Okay, let me come out. Let me go
Me?
back out. You can't hear me?
If you can hear me, go out and try to come back in again. Okay, yeah, because I couldn't hear you at all. But anyway, yeah, like the brother was saying, man, we here because it is important that we get the history, the correct history from our point of view, right? Because if we applying our thinking power, our intellect and our smartness to things that don't help us, then you know we're gonna be stuck in the same cycle doing the same thing. Um, what's going on, Cassandra? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Is that better?
Damn, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's me. Hold
Oh
on, let
my
me
God. You
go
can't hear
out and
me
come
again?
back in and see if I can hear you.
Well, let me get on my phone and see if you can hear me on my phone. Oh man. Can you guys hear me? Give me some chat in the chat. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Let me know if you can hear me in the chat. Can y'all hear me or no? Maybe it's my phone. Maybe it's me. Let me see if I can get on my phone instead. Hmm. I'm gonna go
Cassandra,
out and come back in. Can y'all hear me?
Cassandra, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now. It was me. I can hear. I heard you on the YouTube when it came back on.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was gonna get on my phone. I said, maybe it's my phone, maybe it's my computer. Because you never know, right? You know, because it's raining down here. So you never know. But let me
Yeah,
know if
yeah.
it's not slurring or anything. Let
No,
me
you
know if it
sound crystal
starts.
clear.
Okay, cool. Cool, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, you sound
Yeah, I'm
crystal clear.
listening to that brother. How's you had a nephew? How's the baby?
Oh, he good. He good. He's a couple weeks old now. So,
Okay, I know
but
you
but
be over
yeah,
there spoiling him, right?
yeah. Well, my sister gonna do that for sure.
Is that her first?
Yeah, it's her first. Yeah.
Okay, so that's your first nephew, huh?
Well, I have an older niece and nephew, but I mean, it's kind of complicated. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's one of those generational issues that we definitely got to work out because I ain't
I
as
totally understand.
close
Totally
to it
get
as
it.
I
I
should.
totally get it. Totally get it. But yeah,
Yeah,
I was sitting and listening to that brother how he and they have us trained very well. We still
yeah,
in the same rut. We still are not trying to educate ourselves for our own entrepreneurship. We're not seeing the problem in the community. Like, for instance, I was reading the other day of how in some part of Houston, there's a county in Houston where women are going to this certain hospital, Black women, and they're coming up, the babies are dying. They're not even coming out the hospitals with the mom. So we know stuff like that is happening. Why do we still go to their hospitals? This is what blows my mind. I don't understand it. And that's what I'm trying to understand. If we see, and this is why I built Ram in the Bush, right? I'm trying to do something down here with it, right? This is why I built it. I built it because I was tired of begging them to sit at their table, but it's almost like we want to beg. We so used to being slaves that we don't even know how to think free. We don't even know how to think entrepreneurship. We don't even know how to think do something different. We still continue to beg them at their hospitals, trusting, hoping, and believing instead of us getting doulas, midwives, and creating. And these doctors and nurses see what's going on. You mean to tell me y'all can't put your monies together and create a birthing center to have your own, or a wellness center to have your own? No, we'll sit up there and take a chance. Well, maybe my niece won't die, or maybe my cousin won't die when she go in, or maybe the baby will be good. Well, why would they? Why are we taking that chance in the first place? Why not just separate from them, period, and come up with our own stuff? People say, well, they're gonna destroy it. Well, at least we tried. At least we tried again. And if we have to try again and again and again, then we'll try again and again and again. And then we'll put security around it. Maybe the first time, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll do something different. So if they keep destroying it, then we keep doing something different to when they can't. I'm sorry, I kind of
yeah.
went in the first 5 minutes, huh?
No, it's all good. No, it's stuff that we need to talk about because we all do need to keep going with the generational stuff too. So we need to start mixing that back in there too. So,
Yeah, we have to. We're doing
you know,
ourselves a disservice right now because we're waiting on them. We always waiting on them. Why are we waiting on them? We talking about
yeah,
delineation, right? We talking about doing something, but we go to their schools. Now they're hiring people that you don't even need a degree. We went there every time they tell us, okay, you got to do this for us to do this. We go and do it. Now we got degrees. Now they said, oh, you don't need a degree. We're going to train you on the job. Well, dang, you could have did that in the first place. Why did I have to go and get in all this debt to get a degree when you're going to train me anyway? So now you're hiring people without degrees after I got in all this debt for this degree you told me I needed to get. So now you're not hiring me, and now you're looking at me and saying, okay, now I'll go hire this Indian, or I'll go and hire this whoever over here who don't have any experience, who didn't go to school to have a degree. And now I have a degree, you still won't hire me. Now what's the problem? Good for you. Go out there and create your own table. Stop begging them for anything. Stop acting like you need them. But they've gotten our minds so trained that we need them that we don't even try to do nothing different. Houston, we got a problem. We have a problem if we cannot think of how to get out of this rut without needing them. We have a real issue here. If you still looking at them for your money, you still going to them to get to eat, put food on your table. Well, they don't have to. What's going to happen when all of these robots come, which AI is coming now? What are you going to do? What are you going to do now? Go into plumbing, go into electrician, go into HVAC. These are jobs that AI can't do. Plumbing. We have to get into some stuff that you're going to get your hands dirty and get your hands wet. You got to get into some fields that AI can't do, you guys. And this right now is the time to do it. Stop going to these four-year colleges. Go to a tech school, a 10-month program. Get you what you need. Come on out. And that's what we did back in the day. We went to school. We got into a trade for 10 months, and we came out of school. Remember, we used to back in my day. They trained us, and we had 10 months, and we went to high school. Junior year, we went to cosmetology. We went to plumbing, HVAC. You got a certificate. You came out of high school. You got your own business. They saw that we didn't need them, and they changed it. Reagan changed it. Back in the day, Reagan changed that. And he took away all the tech programs. I don't know if they're back now, but they took away all the tech programs. Took away all your training because we didn't need them. We didn't come out of high school needing a job from them. We came out of high school in our own businesses, and they didn't like that. So they changed it. Again, and we went with it. But I'm gonna rest with that.
Yeah, and I would say shouts out to Anthony in the building. I appreciate you for coming through, my brother. Shouts out to
he
you.
said Job Corps. Yeah, they closing that. Yeah, they getting rid of that program. Trump just got rid of that program, didn't he? In Louisiana? Yeah, he just got rid of it. Why? Because they was offering job training to Black people because he want to put your asses back in those fields. And I tell you what, if I see one Black person picking a damn strawberry, I'm going to burn the whole field up. If I see one of y'all Negroes out there picking a damn strawberry for them crackers. That's why he closed them. Because them crackers say, look, y'all sending them immigrants away. We gonna need some Black people. And they was mad about black folk not picking them strawberries for them. And we not gonna. And if I see one Black person in them fields, I bet not see you pick not one.
Yeah.
Oh, they brought it back. Okay. They brought it back. Okay. But they was talking about cutting Job Corps out. You know, for Jumper got rid of it. At a couple places they did close. So he said they brought them back. Okay, I'm glad.
Yeah.
So now let's use Job Corps. Let's use that. That's training. That's free training. Down here, who said that was offering free training? Not Lowe's. What's the other one? Home Depot was offering free training for HVAC, plumbing, HVAC, and electrician. That's free training. How many people signed up for it? Probably none.
Right.
But when we gonna do better? But I rest with that. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you start your topic. I don't even know if this is your topic or not. I just heard the brother talking, and I said, you know what? That right there is a topic right there. Let's get back to entrepreneurship. Let's get back to doing what we were born to do. Get something that you are gifted to do. Getting your gifts. You know your gifts. If you don't know your gifts, you have probably already been doing it for years because your gift is doing something that you love to do for free. That's your gift. Do that. Continue that. Do that. Carry on. And build.
Yeah.
But you can build that in another country. You don't have to stay in America to do it. People say, "Oh my God, how do you travel?" You don't have to. You can do it anywhere you want to. That's your certificate is for. But go ahead. That's the story of another day. Go ahead.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because and we're gonna go back to the Black History thing, and we're just taking it a little bit at a time because there's a lot of stuff I want you to see, and we'll get through it, as fast as we can. Um, so we just go ahead and start with it. I guess before we even do that, though, I'll play this one. I think my brother Anthony sent it to me. Let me see.
Cannot have Ubuntu. And that's not our fault. That's
Let me
your
see.
fault. White people
My bad.
Means white people cannot have Ubuntu. And that means white people are not human.
That is correct. White people cannot have Ubuntu. And that's not our fault. That's your fault. White people lost their humanity a long time ago. Long before we ever started singing Kill the Boer. Long before they ever set foot on African soil. Do you know what white people were busy doing in Europe? They were killing each other. And this lasted for hundreds of years. Go read up on European history. It's just war after war after war. They only stopped killing each other when they found us. But that was temporary, because after they were done colonizing us, they started World War I and World War II. They just couldn't resist the urge to kill and destroy. It's part of their heritage. It's their white supremacist culture. They came to Africa with empty hearts and greedy hands. And because our ancestors were guided by Ubuntu, we welcomed these strangers into our home. Our ancestors
Still
didn't know
welcome.
they were inviting the devil into their lives. Our people showed them
Still
kindness. We gave them food, shelter, respect. And what did we get in return? Chains, whips, guns, rape, and genocide. Then they wonder why we see them as non-human. No human being would do what they did to another human being. Only a demon could do what white people did to us. Only the devil himself would look into the eyes of a black child and see a slave. You dehumanized us first. You dehumanized us for hundreds of years. White people are experts at dehumanizing anybody that doesn't look like them. And then you wonder why we don't trust you. You don't get to colonize us and steal from us and enslave us and then turn around and get offended when we sing a struggle song like Kill the Boer. This is our song, and we will sing it whenever and wherever we want. That song was
Right. And basically, black people still be like, you was kind, you was smart, you was important, and then they baby grow up be like, shut up, N word. You know what I'm saying? It still happens today, and maybe it's this Ubuntu that we maybe need to adjust. Because why are we so welcoming to a group of people that have done what they've done? Why do we want to be a part of that? I don't know. Um, and you could jump in anytime, consider we just gonna keep going with the lesson here. And so last time we was talking about Bacon's rebellion, right?
And take more land. And he was one of the very rich elite that people say he was going against. But his rebellion did cause panic, and Europeans ended the head right system after his rebellion because they knew they could not fulfill all the land that they had promised. Even though Nathaniel Bacon was a white dude, Virginia decided to pass multiple.
All right, and before we go to the next point, I'll just give you like on the last time we was on here, consider the other day, I was showing this is the original white boy, you know what I'm saying, where black people was like, oh, black and white people united, and I showed the truth about that, how that was, a bunch of BS. But I also want to show you what trying to unite with other people around the world look like. First of all, check this out, consider.
Betrayed this country.
He betrayed the country.
Betrayed this our country.
Listen, the whole country, United States of America, it's the Constitution.
And she don't know that they will put her out because she's like, you betray our this country. They'd be like, speak English, god damn it. Speak American, damn it. That's what they would say to her. But they have this thing about trying to show off for, the Caucasoid, as they would say, or whatever you want to call them.
She thought she did something. She thought she did something. See, you know what? If you don't walk around with a certain face, they do stuff like that. You know, I've never had that to happen to me. I've never had a cracker
Mm-mm,
walk up to me and say nothing. I haven't, because I'd be waiting on
me
their
either.
answers. I can't even beg them to do it. I can't. I can't even beg them to do it. You walk around, look, they know who they can do this. And when I look at the brother and the sister that they do this to, they look weak. Y'all gotta stop. Stop looking like it's okay. You giving them permission to walk up to you and say anything. I look at them like I don't give you no permission to. I look at them frowned up. I don't give you permission to say nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? That's the sad part about it. They'll walk up to you thinking they got permission. It's okay to talk to you like you crazy. That's what Satan seeds does. And them things right there, them Chinese things, they act like they want to be white so bad. And she got on the train to show off what for the white folk on the train. That brother should have been, or who was that? Was that a man she was talking to like that? Where's his face? Where's that face to look like don't mess with me? They always come up to black people do that. But what's going on with your face? Why do they choose you? Those are Satan's seeds. You think Satan don't understand your heart and who you really are? You think he don't know that we're God's chosen? You think he don't know? He knows exactly who he could do this with. And they show up every time for them. But I've never had that opportunity.
They'd be
I'll
like,
never get
hurry up
that.
and buy.
Yeah, I'll never get that. But I'm gonna wrestle that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, this man.
All right, and now you bring up a good point because they was like, now listen to this, Cassidra. Seems to be the mentality though that like when we said people of color, all oppressed people, they was oppressed too. You know how we got to make excuses, but this is the mindset of one of your friends.
Asian women are even shorter. I was like, oh yeah, Asian women are pretty short. And she's like, that's because when God was making Asians, he made us from scraps. And I was like, scraps? What does that mean? She was like, well, I'm Vietnamese. There's this saying that when God was making people, he made black people first. Black people, he made big, burnt, their hair was too burnt. So when he got to white people, he figured it out, made it better. And then after making white people, he made Asians from the scraps. And then I was like, I say that? And he was like, yeah, because black people, you guys are dark, you guys are this, you guys are that. And then he got to white people, I guess he made them perfect, and then he didn't have any left over for Asians. Like the story that she was telling me is so interesting because of course it's very racist towards black people, but then the fact that to think that God made your people from scraps of white people is even more insane.
Was I wrong?
They was made from scraps of white people, so that's why they got that diet stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's the crazy part because in their cosmology, first of all, God made a mistake. All right, apparently with black people, but they all recognize that black people came first. But apparently, God made a mistake, and then got it perfect with white people, and then their people come from the scraps of white people. So that's why apparently she's on the train doing that today. You talking about some hurry up and buy because they are nothing but the scraps of white people, I guess.
Well, she right. They are trash. She right. They trash. They are scraps, trash.
Yeah,
Yeah. We have to look at it like that. She was right.
she is
You
right.
turn it for what it really is, trash.
Yeah, the scrap. Yeah, the
And
scraps.
that's exactly what I told her. I just think you're right. You guys are trash. That's scraps. That's what scraps are. Then that's what scraps are? Trash. Right? We throw our scraps away. We throw the scraps to the pigs, right?
Yeah,
So
give
that's
it to
what
the
scraps are.
dog.
Exactly. So she was right. You should agree with her. We're gonna have to learn how to deal with these people. We don't know how to deal with them. We don't know how. We still trying not to hurt their feelings. When they say shit like that, I go right there. I go right there. I don't leave nothing. If I can, I'm gonna tear them apart. And I do. I'm telling you, when I worked, they already knew. Oh, Cassie, gonna have something to say. You right, I am. Say the wrong thing out your mouth. Yes, I am gonna have something to say. I sure will.
Mm-mm.
So when do we check that behavior? Why don't we? more often. I bet you she didn't say nothing. Let's see what she said after she said that. She's talking about here talking about it.
No, well,
Girl,
that
honey.
was it. That was the end of it. She probably was like, "Girl, you ain't no scraps. You was equal to me in the eyes of God. You ain't scrap."
Well, to her, it sounded like she was, to her,
Yeah.
it sounded like she was, saying that, when she said she was scraps, then God made it better. You know what I'm saying? When he got to Asians, he did a better job. You
No,
know what I'm saying? Made
no,
her.
no,
That's
no,
what she.
no. No, the
Okay, so I
Asian
heard
was
it wrong.
saying that white people was the perfect ones, but they was made from the scraps of white
Oh, okay.
people because the leftovers of white people. God didn't have enough for the Asians, so he just made them for
Well,
the
that's it.
scraps of
So he
white
made.
people.
Well, she was right. There are all of them scraps. Every last one of them. All of them. White, the
Yeah.
Asian, anything don't look like us is scraps. Because God didn't make them. Those are devil seeds. So I don't know why people, but you have to understand, God said you come to kill, who comes to kill, steal, and destroy? White people, right? Who else attributes are those? We have not put two and two together. Remember that movie? I keep going back to that movie forecast. What's the name of that movie? They Saw, He Lives. When the man had the glasses on and he
Yeah,
took them
they
glasses
live or
off,
something.
they put them glasses on and he saw, and they took the
Yeah,
glasses off. He was like, oh my God, that's who they are. We
yeah, had
needed
to
the
beat
right lens. What to
he,
call it?
but
What's the name of it?
yeah, as they live, he had to beat the black dude up to make him put the glasses on. So
Ain't that something? He had to beat the black dude up. And then he still act like he didn't want to put them on. You understand what I'm saying? We get it all the time late. And that's who
yeah,
he was trying to let the black men know what he was dealing with. And that's
yeah,
all of them. Every last one of them. You didn't see one that was black look like that, did you? I seen all the crackers looking like that robot, looking like that spirit. And that's what we're
yeah.
dealing with today. Until we understand that and be real about it, this is why stuff keep happening. Because we still keep trying to team up with the devil. And every time you try to team up with him, he kill your children, he kill you. I'm just saying, every time we try to team up with him, what happened? You lose everything.
Yeah.
Stop doing that.
Well,
Because
no,
God
because
said we'll know them by their fruits. You look at people, see their fruits, and know who they are. And stop playing. Go ahead, I rest.
no, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was gonna say like, it's a different kind of scraps. You know what I'm saying? The super scraps here now,
Okay.
but look at the brother here, and because my brother Anthony sent me these ones too. I want you to see these two. Um, dirty Arabs. That you no longer welcome here. Your animals go back to your country. You filthy N word and whatever that N word is. So, yeah. Oh, and then
Good.
he said American. Fuck you. Fuck you, bitch.
He said, you can't even talk. You can't even talk. It's just something. Trying to go off.
Fuck you, bitch.
Sound crazy.
He said that. He said the American version of that one, and then, but and a lot of people talking about this, like where the Arabs was like trying to beat up the black
American that doesn't
soccer
know
team
shit
or
about
something was
soccer
going on
to
here.
open up social media this morning and see this
Oh,
shit
They're
and just
crazy.
try
try to
to.
He
understand
should have
what's
been kicking their
happening. So
asses.
for all
What
the
in the
Americans
world?
that don't
See,
really
you
know what's
know what
going
I'm
on,
saying? They
do a
see they
little
do this to
research.
back Africans because they don't hit back. If there had been some brothers, we
Oh
got
yeah,
to do
they would have
better,
got
y'all.
their ass. Yeah, they would have
You
got
got
their
to
ass
do
whooped.
better. These Africans will sit up here and let these crackers, these demons, these devils hit on them like I seen the Chinese man beat him with a belt. Who the hell? Why he didn't take that belt and strangle him with it? And who was taking pictures? And why you didn't put the camera down and do some jungle justice on that Chinese man? Remember that when you showed where the Chinese man took the belt off and whooping the brother? This is what they do.
Mhm.
We got to stop. Ain't nowhere in the world y'all should have been. They should have been standing around while them Arabs going crazy like that. They should have been whooping their asses, plain and simple. He should have been kicking them in the face when they was grabbing his feet. He should have been kicking. What did you even see him try to kick one time?
He's trying to get away.
Man, I'd have been kicking them in the faces. Come on now, we gotta do better. We gotta make them scared to even think about coming over here putting their hands on us. Because
Oh,
when they
shuts
put
up.
their hand on us, they ought to draw back enough. or broke hand or broke finger or broke something. You know what I'm saying? We have to start retraining them. Back in the day, in my day, crackers didn't dare touch black folk. They didn't even come your way. They were scared of you. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. They ain't scared no more.
Yeah. And yeah, like my friend, she talks about, her father, and shouts out to Karma 804 in the building,
Come on,
but
Wilson.
she talks about her father and how, like, them as crackers or whatever you want to call them, didn't come try him or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because he knew he didn't play that type of thing, you know what I'm saying? And they didn't mess with her either because they knew who her father was, you know what I'm saying? Because he was, they knew about who he was around the area, because that's just the kind of respect that was demanded. But
Right. They knew. We don't demand no respect no more. We don't. We don't.
mhm.
We don't.
Yeah,
It's so sad how they treat us nationwide. And I do
yeah.
mean nationwide.
So back then though, they would pull out a shotgun and come on the street like, "What you say? You didn't what you didn't did?" Like,
That's
how
right.
they used to talk back in the 20s and 30s, but they come out there with that shotgun. They ain't playing with you.
Hmm.
But
And they knew it too. Because they said the cities where black folk had the shotguns had less hangings.
yeah,
They had less hangings back in the day. Because them crackers knew. Don't even try it. And that's how
yeah,
you have to be now. Don't even try. Just like that white dude that ran over the little child in Mississippi and didn't get no time. Okay, that's when his family go in there and handle their business. Oh, you ain't gonna get no time. Oh, I'm not gonna be the only one sad. I'm not gonna be the only one crying. But we don't do that. We sit up there and try to, well, we gonna let the justice system. Well, we know damn well the justice system don't never do nothing to help black folk. We don't understand that yet. Why are we waiting to get in their justice system? Why? He shouldn't have been able to be breathing to even stand trial. When he ran over to your child, you should have handled your business. Period. And then we're gonna go to trial, and I'm gonna tell you why I did it. Because I come here and you don't do nothing. So we're gonna take it into our own hand. Anytime we come to trial, you don't handle your business, then we're gonna do what we need to do in the jungle justice. Seriously. That's what needs to happen from this day forth. We don't even have to go to their court system because they don't even need the court system because we're gonna handle it. You come over here, put your hands on one of our children, we're gonna handle you and your children. We're gonna do to you what you did to us. And I guarantee you, all this will stop. Go ahead
yeah,
and
that's a
rest of
fact.
that.
Oh, yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, and probably worse. But all right, yeah, I'm gonna play
American
this
that
one.
doesn't know shit about soccer to open up social media this morning and see this shit and just try to understand what the is happening. So for all the American people that don't really know what's going on, like myself, I had to do a little research. Senegal and Morocco had a soccer match and Senegal won. And what you're looking at right here is that Senegal's backup goalie protecting the towel of Senegal's starting goalie. And this guy in the red is like trying to like stop him from like giving him the towel. Like they even tried like throwing the towel like away so like the guy couldn't find it. Like why they keep with Senegal, bro? Like I don't get it. Like just play the game. Like just play the fucking match.
They know they
Somebody
better than
tried
them. That's right.
shining a laser in the face of the Senegalese goalie. I read at one point during the match, Senegal actually took the team and left the field because the refs was on some bullshit, and they still ended up winning after coming back. And now Morocco's threatening legal
And
action.
still won. Ain't that
Ain't
something?
that still one? Ain't that
And
something?
still won. Got
We better
cheated
than
and
them.
won.
Even when they cheat forecast, we better than them. Anything we
Yeah.
do against them, we come out better. And black folk don't understand it yet. Because we the prize, y'all. You have to understand. They know what they're dealing with. That's why they don't like to come to play them. Because they know they're gonna beat them, because they know they better.
I'm just saying.
Hmm.
All right, but I was gonna say another point, but I don't want to get off the topic. But we'll go back to because the important part, they still won after they got cheated, So
After they ain't that something, the referee cheated and you still won. That speaks volumes. So that's why they got mad. We tried to cheat y'all and y'all ass and still won. What? And then all they got to do is call you the N-word, like that's supposed to hurt. Honey, we didn't be called worse than that. Can y'all come up with another word, please? Please come up with another word.
yeah, say what you want, just don't put your hands on me.
That's right. Don't put your hands on me. You can talk that noise, just don't touch me.
And what's crazy is
Touch
though,
me.
like
It's on.
they get more offended if you call them like Neanderthal and stuff like that. Like they actually
Yeah.
get offended, like, oh, what do you mean? Like, but yeah, like if you look in your DNA, we can see that you're recessive. We can look at your skin right now and see that you have recessive genes. Like you gotta
Exactly.
put, like I'm not gonna go there, but that's a whole nother topic. But anyway,
Don't
so
be afraid to go there, honey. They need to hear it. They need to hear truth.
yeah, I know. But that'll make us go left field. So we'll stay here. So and we ain't gonna go too far into this because there's a lot of stuff that I want to show you. But this is
Okay.
after that rebellion I was saying where they was like, oh, this is where, and a lot of like certain people use this as a talking point where, well, race is a construct, even though we can see it's not. But they'd be like, this is when white people and black people got together, and we see that that was some BS, and they talk about classism, and we see that that was a lie, right? And they often use that as this is why black people and white people should unite, but they never talk about the after effects of it. So we'll talk about that.
Laws against black people in retaliation. Now, whether free or enslaved, black people, of course, were forbidden from owning weapons. Slaves had to have a pass to travel anywhere. But most importantly, they were now restricted from gathering in groups, even during a funeral. And anyone who was found guilty could be sentenced up to 20 lashes. And of course, by 1682, black people' right to self-defense was completely outlawed. And if anybody tried or was accused of it, they could be sentenced to 30 lashes, anywhere up to death. Now, we talked about the Dutch earlier, and between 16...
We've been putting up with this shit for too long, way too long. Seriously.
Yeah. So and of course, as like I said, the three or more people considered a gang, all right? And we know how that affect us to this day. You know what I'm
To
saying?
this
Where
day, yeah. Don't the police still stop you when you get a crowd? They still stop you.
Mhm.
You standing on the corner, you talking business. They still here they come. They still doing that same stuff today. It didn't change,
Mhm.
but we seem to forget. We think it changed. They don't
Yeah.
change. They still doing the
And
same stuff.
and keep in mind,
Yeah,
America still is not going to be invented for another 100 years. So these laws predate what became America.
exactly. They
You
never they
know,
passed
so
them down. They was inherited
yeah.
generation to
Mhm.
generation. Especially if we still see it in 2025, 2026. We still see it. So what's that telling you? They never went away. They only
Right.
passed them down. But go ahead.
Um. Well, it was pulled up. I had. Let's see. Maybe it'll come back up. All right. So these were some of the laws that they passed after
Mm.
this thing here. Damn, it was saying some other stuff, but it's saying something different now. But and of course they had the I think I said so. Let me keep playing it.
1682 and 1685, they also passed a series of slave codes. The first thing they did was attack black people's ability to support themselves economically.
And you talked
They
about that
outlawed
part at the beginning,
Europeans from doing
considering.
commerce or trade with
Mm-hmm.
Negroes, whether free or enslaved. They made it illegal for slaves to trade or sell goods with anybody. And like in Virginia, they were outlawed from owning weapons or meeting up in groups. And to this day, we still hear people saying three or more black people together is considered a gang. Now, by 1690, slavery in every colony was fully established. And in South Carolina, the British introduced one of the slave codes that was already in effect in Barbados. And they introduced the Act for Better Ordering of Slaves, which essentially called for corporal punishment. The act allowed them to brand slaves, slit their noses, and just do
Mm-hmm.
other emasculating punishments designed to break their will. Now, by this point, slave owners were heavily outnumbered, and it allowed them to protect themselves. And it was the beginning of uniting with poor whites, which basically gave them status over black people. And they obviously still enjoy it to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Since they were outnumbered, they started hiring poor whites and giving them jobs as the slave patrol, and
What does that sound
essentially
like,
just to keep
considering?
black people in check.
And laws on their own being insufficient, authorizing any adult white man to enforce those laws. But then the reliance on individual action proving insufficient, forming
Now
institutions.
it's ironic that what year is this? Like what, 1690 or 1680 something? I don't know, 1670 something. People didn't get mad until 2026. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? Damn.
To this body called slave patrols that were an offshoot of the militia and worked as kind of a voluntary compulsory organization, meaning that participation was mandatory, but it wasn't a professional outfit. That provided a way of making the entire white male population directly involved in maintaining the slave society. As industrialization came to the South and there were larger slave populations in southern cities, the slave patrols moved similarly into the city. And there they became professionalized, and very quickly their duties expanded and they became a body that we would immediately recognize as modern police force.
South Carolina was one of the first states to establish slave patrols. All white men were required to serve on a slave patrol, regardless of whether they could afford to own a slave or not. Patrollers were assigned to a specific location known as a beat. Enslaved blacks were required to have a pass from their slave owners anytime they traveled off the plantation. Even
You
with
don't have to do that again.
slave patrollers could choose to whip.
Oh, we're seeing that now, right? 2026. Don't we see that now?
You finna if you ain't.
Hey, I'm just
If
saying.
you ain't.
We seeing it now. So what's happening here? Oh, okay. I'm just wondering now. Okay.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Reason. Slave cabins could be searched at any time. Sometimes it was because the slave patrollers heard music or the cabin lights were on. Sometimes it was because there were no lights on. Enslaved women often reported abuses from
Just because you want to. Get out of here.
Because the lights was on, but now I'm going there because the lights off. Well, damn.
cabins. If an African American resisted the demands of the slave patrollers,
It wasn't an American
others could
yet, so.
assault or even kill without consequence.
Nigga love is on the you run, nigga run. I don't get you run, nigga run. You better get away. Nigga run, nigga good, nigga love is on the you run, nigga run. I don't get you run, nigga run. You better get away. Nigga run by my gate. Wake up, nigga, you slept too late.
It's like the first recording that white people did.
Nigga run, get away. It's down yonder what I see. That big nigga behind that tree. Run, nigga run. I don't get you run, nigga run. You better get away.
And understand this, our melanin is a blessing and it was designed to protect us. But for the first time, probably in history, a group of people was subjugated just because of the color of their skin. But in a way, it led to more unity.
All right, and I'll stop right there. He said Barbados was known as a slave-breaking island. The English created Black Patrol, slave patrols there to support the colonial. Yeah, and they brought in the Barbados laws to South Carolina. And yeah, they used to send people like like those islands like Barbados and all that stuff. Like they used to try to break the rebellious people, quote unquote, over there. And so but now another one that it was there, but it's not there. Okay, yeah, racial separation. No, it was. Well, anyway, another one that they passed was, of course, the miscegenation laws. It was like some of the first ones on this territory here. Well, I guess not. I don't know. Probably was some more before that. I think I said, but anyway, some of the first miscegenation laws you start to see coming here. So, oh damn, and I meant to show this before when we was talking about the slave catchers. I think I showed this last time, Cassidra, but I wanted to show you this again.
Okay.
Out after a verdict was reached in a hit-and-run accident that happened last April. 3 on your sides. Teddy Reedy has their reaction and joins us from the steps of the Emmett County Courthouse.
Just behind these doors here at the Emmett County Courthouse, a jury found Cody Rollinson not guilty earlier this week. Rawlinson was accused in causing the ATV accident that killed Jordan Hill earlier this spring. Hill's family left reeling.
Shot. It was shot.
How many white folk was on the jury? All white in Mississippi?
X.
Probably.
Not guilty.
April 6, 2025 will always be a day the Hill family remembers forever. It's been 9 months since 10-year-old Jordan Hill was involved in a deadly crash that shook the small town of Gloucester. Shortly after the crash, Rawlinson was slapped with 2 charges, the first being aggravated DUI and the second felony leaving the scene of an accident. Rawlinson was found not guilty of both charges Wednesday.
Not even murder, but DUI and leaving the scene, even though he did, and not guilty.
But not guilty. Ain't that something? Not guilty. That Mississippi shit still is still the same. It'll never change until black folk change it. Right now, they have an opportunity to change history. Let's see how they're gonna handle it. Are we gonna go get jungle justice? Because we already know that in your system, we're not gonna get justice. So we don't even need your system. Because every time we go, we get disappointed. So why are we still saying, oh, we're gonna handle it in the justice system? Because we still hear that today. 2025, 2026, we still hear that today. Instead of us not even reporting it, go handle your business and keep moving. Hey, then they come to you and say, hey, you heard about something? No, what happened? What you talking about? What? Really? Oh my God. Oh my God, I hope you catch the person. Seriously, and go about your day. What are we doing? Because we know we're not going to get no justice in their system. We never have. We never have. It's got to be a case like George. It's got George Floyd, right? There's got to be a case like that, like it's on camera. And even with that, with Trayvon Martin, how George Zimmerman walked, and nothing. Even today, he's still walking around, breathing. That shouldn't be. He should have been taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Derek Chauvin should have been taken care of. He shouldn't even be in jail. Amber Geiger, go in somebody's apartment and get manslaughter. That was murder. Why you not getting no murder charges? You get 12 years. 12 years? 12 years? Black folk get 45 years for killing one of them. But you get 12 years for killing a black. Their law still is not equal. And it's okay. That's when we come in and do our own. You guilty. Okay. Murder, done, death. Seriously. Death by black folk hands. I'm gonna rest with that. Go ahead. But I think y'all got the picture.
Just let him go. And and
it's like that white woman who broke them baby's bones. Why is she still breathing? How many? And one baby she actually killed. Why is she still breathing? Why is she still breathing enough to serve what? 2, 3 years? I think they gave her 3 years. 3 for breaking your baby's bones. 3 years. Oh, she didn't hurt him. She didn't kill. She killed 1. Got 3 years. Okay, Shanique, will y'all handle that business in jail? You're gonna have some black folk trying to protect her. I guarantee you it. But go ahead. I'm gonna rest with that. Go ahead.
Now, Cassidra, this is where we're gonna probably lose them at, though. They probably been with us to this point, but this is where we're gonna lose them at because we're gonna be going to a threat to one of their most precious items here. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Raw in the building, but you know, the worst thing you can do, Cassidra, try to take a white bitch away from her brother and see what happened to you. You want to see a brother not be a punk no more? Try to take that white girl away from him. But I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna let white Jesus do it for you. So check this out, Cassidra.
Now, you don't need to be psychic to know this. You know how the Supreme Court is looking to overturn same-sex marriage? Interracial marriage is going...
Now, before I even say this, right? This is a problem that I got, right? You see how every time that somebody do something to somebody else, right? Well, every time they relate it to violence, like, oh, that's a hateful like Hitler, or that's hateful like, it's always a white dude or a white boy they bring up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're hateful, and there's always a killer psychopath white boy. You know what I'm saying? But every time they talk about, oh, something is being done wrong to somebody, and we can't let this happen. They always have to bring black people. Now they go after whoever. Well, the example is always going to be brought up that, well, this happened when it happened to a black person, you know what I'm saying? This happened with Martin Luther King, or for whatever example, you know what I'm saying? They always bring for some righteous to stand up for justice stuff. They have to bring up, stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like some gay stuff, like you handle that, because you know what? A lot of the slave owners was gay pedophiles, you know what I'm saying? Who was raping little boys, you know what I'm saying? Like straight faggots, you know what I'm saying? Because if you got a problem with me saying that, as opposed to them raping little boys, then you probably got a problem, you know what I'm saying? And I'm judging you. So anyway, they love to bring up black people in that situation. But anyway, let's play this, back on the topic though.
To be next, I promise you. That will be the next thing. Now, Dr. Umar is going to be happy, but a lot of y'all going to be miserable. I'm telling you, that's going to be the next thing that's going to overturn. My words.
When you want that diversity to shine within our federal system, there are going to be rules and proceedings. They're going to be out of sync with maybe what other states would do. It's a beauty of the system. And that's where the differences among points of view in our 50 states ought to express themselves. And I'm not saying that rule would apply in general, depending on the topic, but it should mostly be in general.
God, they got to put a law for brothers
on issues that you just are interested in.
Oh my God.
This is why I draw the line to Trump now. All the brothers that support Trump, this is why I draw the line. You just don't take the white girls away.
God. Oh Lord. Because they say go to the baseball games and football games and see who their wives are. They just overloaded with the white women. Oh my God. Ooh,
but the bad part is though, they're gonna have to make specific that black men for real, but black people.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
And because the white boys like love some Asian girls, that's interracial, you know what I'm saying? So they ain't gonna count that,
Oh no, that's not. No. They talking about them brown, them black folk. They ain't talking about them Asians. They don't care about that because that's still considered white. White. Yeah. They need to say, brothers, we talking to you. We talking to y'all.
We're gonna have to make this specific. They don't want to be specific about nothing else, but we're gonna be specific about this.
They got to call the names out because if they don't, they're gonna say, "Oh, they ain't talking to me."
Ain't talking about me and my Asian girl.
Exactly.
Yeah, because y'all do know. Well, I don't know if Asians are gonna help them because white girls can't have babies, but I'm not sure Asians is gonna be much better for them. So anyway, I don't know. That's not my business. That's between them. So
you would be okay with the Supreme Court leaving the question of interracial marriage to the states?
Yes, I think that that's something that if you're not wanting the Supreme Court to weigh in on issues like that, you're not going to be able to have your cake and eat it too. I think it's critical.
Oh my God.
You would be okay with the Supreme Court leaving the question of interracial marriage to the states?
You've played this day.
Can't believe
this. Do we not understand that they taking shit all the way back to 1900s? Do we understand that? We don't get it, do we?
No more white girls for you. You're gonna be lynched to talk to that damn white girl now. I'm telling you, you better leave her alone. I'm just saying.
Yes, I think.
Bro, no way. Yes, dude. No way. We have senators coming out and saying no more interracial marriage being like protected.
Why would a state be able to decide if a white person can?
Well, I mean, and look, this is why I used to tell y'all about this dictator stuff, because I ain't even talking about Trump, but if Cassidra was the dictator, because y'all don't want me to be the dictator, I get assassinated, Cassidra, but if Cassidra was the dictator, you think she gonna let little boys bring a little white girl in the nation? You think she gonna let a little? Come on, like, you want a dictator? Like, okay, so why are y'all complaining about this? Because, all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, and he would be a smart dictator to do that too. Like, you would be the dumb one. You should get kicked out. You go to Europe if you want to go marry that white girl. You know what I'm saying? But we is not bringing this to Wakanda.
They
or
would
whatever,
leave America and go to Europe just so they could have that white girl. I swear they would.
Yeah, I want a dictator, so I said dictators ain't good, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But as a dictator, I'm just saying, why would I make it an excuse for they go ask me because you know what I was if I was the dictator, they gonna come up to me and be like, why the babies? And you know what I'm gonna say, consider
Oh man, where my guy? Where my guy? Where my guy? Where my
I
guy?
ain't even
You know
got it
what?
pulled up, so I can't even
You
say
know
it.
what? You got to pull him up. I don't know why you
I don't
slipping.
even
I don't know why you keep slipping. I be telling you
hey, you
every time we on here. I need to hear my boy he needs the day. Black folk need to be reminded every day to get it in,
why the
to
babies?
understand why the babies. Oh, they so precious. Why the baby? Khalid Muhammad, why the baby? Okay. He said, because they
Yeah, I
grow
try
up to
to
be
find
just
it
like the
post up
man.
there. And all right, before I even get into that, because it might be it's like 5 minutes. I'm gonna play on that one. I'll let y'all hear from the most dangerous species
Trash.
herself.
Yeah, the piece of trash talk.
On Instagram about how white women have always been the backbone of white supremacist and fascist ideologies.
They didn't believe us.
So hard. If they didn't go along with it, their husbands would beat them. You have fallen hook, line, and sinker for white supremacist ideology. The idea that white women are perpetual victims, that white women cannot be active participants and generators of bigotry and violence.
Most dangerous
Someone
species.
paragraphs long comment on my Facebook post being like, they just had to go along with it. And even if it's horrible, it was the only way for them to survive. You have this picture in your head because of white supremacy that white women are incapable of being instigators of atrocities. White women were some of the most sadistic, evil, tyrannical torturers for centuries across the continents. During the Holocaust, women, Nazi SS soldiers created some of the most horrific, gut-wrenching, sadistic forms of torture against Jewish and Romani and queer people in concentration camps. White women
we're not going into
wrestled
slavery.
in their power
How you used to beat the black babies and then made a law about it. Oh, we're not going to mention that. Oh, okay.
She's one of them. Yeah,
I don't
that's
give a
why I
damn
got
what
it.
they did to them Jews.
Yeah, she's one of them.
Yeah.
So also,
Tell us how. We know how sadistic they are, and those are the same people that our black men are marrying and having babies with, and leaving those kids with them women. That's the saddest part. Then they're killing them, and then they're getting away with it. Come on now, let's tell the whole story.
No,
It's like you have the story here.
And look, I'll show you from the beginning, right? This is what probably the first black man that seen a white bitch saw, and he probably still hooked up with her. But check this out, Cassidra. Look,
What are you?
look at these things.
What the fuck, baby? Stay back. Stay your ass back.
Look at this thing, Cassidra.
What the hell is that?
It's a wild animal. This is a damn wild animal. I'm telling you, and this is no BS. I wouldn't be surprised if the first black person saw that coming towards them. I don't know how they didn't kill it.
They should.
And then
even the babies,
especially the babies, but the baby makers too. And then look at this, Cassidra. This is modern times now.
So this drunk white girl thought this black man was attractive, so she tried to approach him on this dark, quiet, back alley type of street. Now, watching this as a man, I was a little scared for him, but watching this as a black man, I was petrified.
No, ma'am. No. No, ma'am.
Hell no. Run, Forrest, run. Run,
Come on,
Forrest.
You got something, you gotta run, Cassidra. Ain't that some shit?
I'm gonna come here. Listen.
And he playing around.
Pick it up and then I'm gonna come to you. Pick it up and then I'm gonna come to you.
No. No. Man, I was with my homeboy. I would be on the phone.
It's not funny.
Get out.
Oh,
yeah. And they had all these try to be funny clips to me. Get to the point.
For what? For what? For what?
She setting you up, bro. Better get out.
Don't laugh, it ain't funny.
What have you been drinking? The
Right,
girl
he
was crazy.
giggling.
They just set brothers up for years. Better ask get out, man. No, you can't. He's still caught up in somebody else's body.
What's wrong? Why are you looking at me like that?
Come here.
How about
Crazy.
you?
I'm right here by you.
Demon.
Why are you look? No, you can't do that. You can't do
Nigga
that.
is crazy, man.
Watch the car. Huh?
Do what?
I need you to go pick your things up. I need you to go get your things. Look, I'm gonna come to you once you get your things.
He's coming to a
Once you pick your things up before somebody steal it, I need you, and then I'm gonna talk to you. Then I could come see what you want.
I'm not gonna change. I'm not gonna. I can do that.
Why not? What have you been drinking?
He giggling.
That's not funny. She's dangerous.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
What, I'm ugly? Huh?
Why is he playing around with this crazy
Ugly?
shit?
No.
Why you looking at me like that then?
Because he's loving that. That's turning him on.
Oh my God, stop lying.
He sitting there blushing like a little girl over this
Oh.
crackhead disgusting shit.
That's dangerous right there. That's the most dangerous species out there. Besides for me.
He is asking for it at this point.
And the FBI told y'all,
You
those are
feel
the
me?
most dangerous people on
Come here.
earth.
No, you're
I'm
intoxicated.
serious. I'm serious. Feel me.
Oh, it's just high off opium,
No.
probably.
No,
No, I'm serious.
I can't touch you.
Touch me.
Hell
He
no.
wanted to. He wanted to. It took him all that he had not to.
He still might.
No,
He still was standing there. He sure was contemplating. Man, should I touch her? Who I
No.
want to touch her? Should I touch her? Oh my God, I got to drive away.
I want to share this because I think there's a good lesson in this
for all
the young men out there. I know a
He
lot of
stood
us
there a
older
long
men,
time
we
contemplating
understand this,
it,
but
didn't
a lot of you young men don't get this. So the first thing, stay away from strange, intoxicated women. Do not put yourself in that situation because anything can happen after that. You also want to stay
That's
away
right.
from intoxicated women that you do know. I'm not talking about your family members or your girlfriend or your wife. I'm talking about a girl you want and well for you. And for the people out there who think I'm over exaggerating, the last time I seen a blonde hair white girl chase a black man down the street like that, he got fired
He went
from
to jail,
Marvel and
didn't he?
almost
Did he go
now,
to
the
jail?
man in the video was recording the whole situation, and that's cool, but I don't even feel safe with that. What
Chase
happened?
him down the street. Yo, now
Chased him,
Cassidra,
and he
you telling
still
me
was guilty. And he
this like
still
in
was
scary
guilty.
movies, like Jason chase you down the street. In real life, white bitches
And
chase black men down the street. Like this is the most dangerous species that I've ever seen. Like who does that? You get chased down the street and you get in trouble.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Still go to jail. Lose everything. You lose everything. He lost everything. But that's the lesson he needed. He married a black woman.
To that woman the next day.
He ran straight through a black woman after that.
He married her, didn't he?
In like a month. Like a month.
You ain't lying. That's good. But he learned his lesson. That's good. That's good. Hopefully he learned his lesson. We'll know for sure. We'll see.
Maybe. I don't know. I can't vouch. I'm sorry, I can't vouch for brothers these days no more. I can't vouch for nobody.
He'll be back.
Hey, and the last person they saw with you, and you lose your cell phone, so you no longer have this footage, or she just flat out lies on you and say you did something to her. A lot of them do it to avoid accountability if they get caught cheating or something like that. So they'll just put the blame on you. And if that was to happen, guess where you're going, sir?
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
That's where you're going. Even if you don't go to jail, you still have to go to court and go through all this stuff to try to get out of that situation because you just weren't being smart. You don't record it, you don't entertain it, you get the hell away from there. That's what you do if you're in that situation. I swear, if you were in that situation, my whole life would have flashed before my eyes. I swear, that would have been a 3-second conversation.
Kissed the white girl, got 12 years because she said he raped her, and there wasn't no penetration. None. No penetration. 12 years for a kiss.
And she started it.
Yep. Yep. His friend told him, "Don't go, man. What you doing? Get out of there." And the friend called him, said, "Get out of there. What you doing?" And he got out, and she still went to jail.
Yeah, they both went back to the party and everything, you know.
Yeah,
So.
went back to the party. No proof, no rape, no penetration, no dingling, nothing, no touching, nothing. A kiss. He got 12 years. I don't. Is he still in jail? He might be still in jail.
Yeah, it haven't been 12 years, right?
12 years. He got 12 years.
Mm-mm.
That's the
And then
saddest thing in the world. But we try to tell y'all, we black folk like Cassie be trying to tell y'all asses, leave them demons, children alone. Because they set you up, just like Get Out. That movie, she set them boys up. You think they'll still do the same thing? They showed you what happened in the movies. You think they ain't doing that? You think this not happening for real? Them dudes, y'all think y'all not getting set up by them white girls for real? Please.
And you know what's crazy? Like even black people that I see watch the movie or whatever, like the white girl, you be like, yo, I know she's lying, but then when she actually says she's lying, you still like, wow, I can't believe you lied. Like even though you have all the evidence in the world, and you be like, I can't believe it.
Yeah, right. I don't understand that theory. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Why you can't believe you see the history? You know the history. History don't change.
Yeah.
So what's the problem?
And then there's like basic we probably lost them at this point, Cassidra. I'm sorry.
Oh, they're done. They're done. They're done. Two-thirds.
we didn't took away their white girls, you know what I'm saying? Well, I didn't take it away. Trump finna take white Jesus finna take it away.
Are done.
And of course this is what you're gonna lose, you know.
Nothing beats a jet fuel holiday. And right now, you can save £50
Her whatever
per
thing,
person.
her catheter thing on the
For a
first.
family of 4.
First of all, this poor health. Now Cassidra, of course, and you have this dude here, but it's not about him. It's about the brother in the room. You know what I'm saying? Now I wanted to play this on the last one.
Please forecast. I can't take no more of them brothers. Them dry, them coons. Oh my God. Go ahead.
He finna ask why no anti-miscegenation? What's up with anti-miscegenate? Why I want to miscegenate? What if I wanted to talk to your daughter? Because this white boy here said no interracial marriage. You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree. He'd have been shocked because I'd have been in the room. I agree with you, sir. Because your daughter the most dangerous on earth.
The most dangerous.
And you are too. Okay,
your mama
I agree with. They don't let me in the room. They don't let people like me in that room. They don't let us in the room forecast.
But that's because these brothers beg to be in these kind of rooms. Because
they don't let us in the room. Please let us in the room. Please, so we get you to door.
Now I ain't trying to make you go left, Cassidra, because I'm gonna play a little bit. I don't know how long it is, so I'm gonna probably have to cut it off. But because I want you to see something else too. But not to set you off, but this is a brother who is not black. He's a Christian.
Oh Lord.
Christian boy, he's black. So
okay.
And it kind of annoys me because he be like going extra with the whole thing, like, and it blows me when you see these brothers be trying to, and whatever kind of obscure thing it is, like they try to fit in with the white boy crowd, and like all of them is like redneck, like racist. Like, what the
they don't want you in the crowd.
It's just weird, and no matter what it is, because I be listening to a lot of different kind of stuff. So, and I look at the black people that be in it, and it'd be like weird, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what. Anyway, not to go there, but y'all see here.
It's exactly what I'm saying now. It's not. It's not. Like, no, it's not.
Everybody be talking about this dude here, but I'm not worried about him. That's cool.
What Ruslan is showing, that was from 2022, and then he just reminded me during that commercial break. And it's not a public record, but I'm a Christian pastor. I'm not a liar. So
God, he's a Christian guy.
And he was gracious and had me on his show to talk about theonomy, talk about post mill, and not on the air, but afterwards we got sushi together, which was awesome. Yeah. And I reaffirmed the basic tenets of the same thing I was espousing.
Because I told you my wife was black, and that's we were having.
Yeah. Well, and I met her when we walked up in your driveway. I think she came out.
His
and said,
wife is black.
So is recent as 2023, but I'll strengthen your argument. Do you want better? Because I know me. I I thought what you just heard with those clips that Ruslan played during his opening statement, that was basically, there were some nuances and developments, evolution, but over which we deny macroevolution.
Stop explaining yourself. You sound stupid.
There was some nuances and developments
expand on
over the years, but I would say that the position I'm articulating today is a recent development. This is something that I've come to the conviction of, I would say probably in the last year.
White boy, some bitches.
So I'm willing to admit that. So what I would say with those past things is, I'll say what I've said. Our audience knows this because I've said it several times because they've picked up, like, hey, this isn't always what you believe. How do you account for that? You believed one thing, now you believe another. I find it strange. I think it's a curious, it's an interesting brag when someone says, you know what, for the last 20 years,
I ain't talking for a long time.
Changed anything. I've been consistent.
Fast forward 10 years down the road,
now.
you got a cousin that loves Jesus. Man, he loves the Lord. He's a post-mill Christian nationalist, theophanist, natural law, all those things.
Doesn't like Israel.
Right? Doesn't like Israel. He hates the Jews.
Checking all the boxes.
All the things. And your cousin and your brother, your half-brother, he's full black. He shows up 10 years, 15 years, and he starts dating your daughter. Are you now saying, hey, I don't think you guys should get married? And they love each other and they love the Lord and have culture in common.
Not a great
I say hell to the no. That's
hell
what I say no.
Did your
hell to the no.
You said if
Ever. Don't even bring her to the house.
Bet
That's
not.
what I say. That's what I tell my grandson. Don't bring them.
Bet
They're my
not.
grandson. Don't even bring them to the picnic. They're not welcome.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Like,
don't bring them to the picnic.
Awesome.
Right. Great question. So this is how we respond. First, just to make it just clear for our audience.
You
can't stand on it like you can because it's
I stand on it. 10 toes down.
We don't do dating.
And I can back it up with scripture.
It would be
Deuteronomy 7, if y'all need to know.
So it's not like, I'd find out 6 months in. My daughter's dating someone and I didn't even know. So we're not libs. So we don't do that. So that
you go find out the hard way.
This is my wife and I were talking about this, because I've had to decide.
Gotta be on that show. Hell no, I don't believe you're supposed to be dating.
What are some of these elements? Can you walk me through it? Because these are this is not what we were taught. Like when you hear me espousing those things, you play those clips. You know who I'm thinking of in my mind as I'm saying that, who I still respect greatly, but who I'm thinking of Vodi Bakum. I love Vodi Bakum. Right, I was honored to have one public conversation with him.
He's just talking and talking, like he keeps explaining.
She used in this analogy. She was one of Vodi's sons. And then it's
ain't no sense doing all that explaining. Say what you gotta say and mean what you say.
Like Christmas, same all that traditions, customs, heritage, being like he's not like Nigerian minutes ago, but like has been in America, heritage Black American that has been here, tracing his ancestry back for a couple centuries. So in that regard, and they're Reformed Baptist, I'm Reformed Baptist, the doctrinal things would be aligned, all those kind of things. So that would be one of the rare individuals. The reality is, and I don't think you guys are going to push back on this. The reality is, I would say that about 90 to 95% of the Black church in America is radical.
What do you say? Is
radical.
So are you conceding that you would let your daughter marry Vodi Bakum's son 10 years in the future? Is that what you're saying?
What I'm saying is that would be permissible. Okay. I would not encourage it. Though.
You would not encourage it?
Would you discourage it?
It's not permissible. Hell no.
It depends.
Hell yeah, discourage it.
Well,
see how you can't stand on it?
Young Black man.
You said he's scared. No, it's not permissible. No. Bet not bring no God. That's all you got.
And that's what I would say. You better not bring a home.
Ethnic.
We don't offer trash. We don't bring trash to the dinner table.
Yeah, but he's doing a lot of explaining, but the brother don't like his answer here.
We don't need you to explain. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Do not bring them to the dinner table. They're not welcome in the house. They're not welcome to the barbecue. They're not welcome in our schools. They're not welcome in our nothing. No part of Black life do we need them in our midst. And love is not love. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because those are not people you're supposed to be dating. Deuteronomy, for my Christians in the room, tells you so. Read your Bible sometimes. Because you have Christians won't tell you, well, God loved everybody. No, he didn't. He hated Esau. Who was Esau? White folk. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Yeah,
read it.
True. Yeah, Jesus
was
only for his people, so.
Read it. I'm so sick of Black folk talking love is love. No, it's not. Because if it was, he wouldn't have told you not to mix and mingle. He wouldn't have told you that. He wouldn't even put it in there. He literally told you in Deuteronomy 7, do not give your children over to them because they're going to change your heart and they're going to take your heart away from him. That's what it says. Go read your word. So the man is right, but he's too punk to say it. Then I'll say it for him. They're not invited to the barbecue ever. None of them, because all of them are Satan's seed. I don't care how they smile at you. Just like that girl was trying to lure that black guy. She was setting him up for something. She was setting him up for something. That's what they do. The movie Get Out, I'll never forget that movie. That movie was the worst movie ever, but it was true.
Yeah, scariest movie I've ever seen.
The scariest movie in the world, but it's true. And guess what? They thought it was a joke. They would, oh, that's just a movie. That's not just a movie. Them crackers be telling you how they really feel. And they be telling you how they be setting you up. Ain't nothing good about them. And the word says so. Period. From a Christians in the room.
And then you come on here and argue with me because you and then had your mind taken over.
They can
and
argue
you got
all they
want your white girl.
Truth is truth. Keep messing with them demons. Those are Satan's children. Period. They come to kill, steal, and destroy. Whose attributes are those? Whose attributes? That's not God's attributes. He said you'll know them by their fruits. Every last one that I know that I've come in contact with is satanic. They are all kind of medication. Ain't nothing good in them. Nothing. I don't care if they smile at you and they give you $1 for a beer. If they give you $1, meet them in the alley, in the dark alley. Like that white girl. Come here. He had a wig. She'd have brought his ass up on charges. For a kiss. You get 12 years. Leave him alone then. For running away from one, Jonathan Majors lost everything. Leave him alone. But you can't tell black men that. You can't tell Candace Owens that. Candace Owens got a piece of trash, think she got something. Girl, you got a piece of trash.
Oh, Cassidra, I want to show you something. I'm gonna hurry up and get through this because you brought up Candace Owens. I didn't bring it up. You brought it up, so I want to show you something. But I'm hurry. Let me get through this real quick because the brother is offended by all
something
this.
to Raw. Hold on, let me say something to Raw. You believe what you want to believe, and I'm gonna do me. Okay, that's all I want you to say. I'm sick of people trying to tell me what I need to think and not think. I'm not you. You think what you want to think, and Cassie gonna think what she want to think. Do we understand each other? Period. So you please stop with your brainwashing, trying to tell black folks how to think. You can't tell me I'm grown. You can't tell me how to think, sweetheart. Okay, go ahead. Carry on, forecast. I'm sick of black folk trying to do this. Don't tell me what to believe. You believe what you want to believe, and I'm gonna believe what I want to believe. Do we understand each other? All you gotta do is say yes, ma'am. Okay, go ahead.
All right, we keep going.
Currently, right now, in not just America, but in my local church, there would be several young white men who would also meet those exact standards.
That's not what we're asking. Would you discourage the black man who meets those standards? Would you discourage your daughter or that?
Now, see, the brother was like, hold on. That's not what we said. I want to know, because I might want to date your daughter, right? If she brought me home, and he didn't stand for that,
Not racial, but ethnic mold. They have the same religion, the same traditions, the same customs, the same language, all that kind of stuff. For every one of those, currently right now, in not just America, but in my local church, there would be several young white men who would also meet those exact standards.
That's not what we're asking. Would you discourage the black man who meets those standards? Would you discourage your daughter or that relationship?
What I'm saying is that if all things are equal, black man, white man, with my daughter being white, if all things are equal, I would encourage her towards.
You're trying to hear this now.
Would you discourage her?
You're right. All things are not equal. I totally agree. You're trash. You and your daughter are trash.
Yeah, as opposed to marrying a young white.
No. I'm not, you're creating a false binary. I'm saying
in a vacuum, there's only one.
A black man goes to your church, loves Jesus. Bodhi Bakum
in a vacuum,
yes,
don't matter.
That black man is the
You'd
only
be an idiot to go to his church.
Then I would want my daughter to get married.
Okay, so
I would prefer marriage to my daughter being alone.
So if he's the last man on earth.
Because I think about it for my children.
Hey, I'm gonna say this: not even if they was the last animal, whatever they are on Earth, should you do this? Like, are we just gonna go extinct? Don't do it. You know, not even if they was the last ones on Earth. No.
Not even.
Would you sleep with a dog if it ain't no more humans? So don't
They would.
ask me this. You know what I'm saying?
As well, if you're a 40-year-old man, you came to Christ just a couple years ago, and to be honest, there's not a lot of gals lining up, and you say, hey, here's this gal. We're not closely related, but she's a Christian. She's lovely. She wants to marry me and have a family. That is very much so different than, say, a man who's 22, who's upwardly socially mobile, saying, I'm interested in this for these reasons.
Sure.
So age as well also comes in.
I don't want to get in the weeds of it.
I think it's important to say just at the outset, as we think about even the premise of the.
Now, here's another problem. This is a whole nother conversation with the mulatto issue, but this is a mulatto boy speaking.
Is we use this word ordinarily, and it's an important word because we actually there's two levels of analysis. There's the universal, and you could say a principle or something that's normative. It happens generally speaking, and then you can get into the particulars, right? Look at individual context, and what I think it's more helpful to stay at the frame of the universal or the principle, because what we'll do if we just keep pulling up examples of like, what if there was this and this, and then it
No, I get you.
Totally.
I understand. There's also a lot in that word generally. You guys are sneaking in a lot in that word generally. That's why I asked you.
But I put it there intentionally.
I understand
not
you put
to
it
be
there
sneaky,
intentionally.
but just to say there are
No,
general
that's fair.
principles.
Yes, fair
And
enough.
general principles are not necessarily universal
Yeah,
principles.
this brother is sitting at that. 95% of black men don't qualify. You're right, but I do.
Different.
No,
Okay,
you
so
don't.
when you say ethnicity, I think ancestry, like 23.
Then all things being equal, I would prefer for my grandchildren to look like me.
Okay.
So it's a preference.
Hold on, let me just chime in. We further
Okay, that's
deny
offensive.
that sovereign nations must only be composed of mono-ethnic populations. Therefore, as Christian nationalists, we utterly repudiate sinful ethnic partiality in all its forms. So you signed this statement denying a country being a mono-ethnic population. Okay.
Must be.
But you signed this Christian nationalist statement. This sounds like a clear contradiction, which you just said, which you would prefer to be mono-ethnic.
Prefer must. Yeah. Those are two different words.
Okay. So that you don't think that's a bit of a contradiction in the statement you've signed here?
No, I don't. We want America to be mono-ethnic. Again, that does not mean monoracial or monocolored. So when I say mono-ethnic, I'm thinking of
that means that for me. So.
who is a Christian American man. He's a Christian American man. I don't want people who are from Haiti and got here 2 weeks ago. But if America was not monoracial, right? There are some black people, there's Hispanic people, there's some Asian people, and majority white people, but they're all Christian.
Not even majority white no more, baby.
There'd be like 15 people here. Like if it got to be majority
Yeah,
white.
majority white. It's not majority white anymore.
I wouldn't say it has to be in order for it to be a Christian nation.
Okay. You don't think that's incongruent and incoherent?
No.
Okay.
No.
You have, when you get to the
Brother.
empire status, I think of Russia, for example, you're going to be the composition of a number of different people from different geographies, and your
I see what the
challenges
brother has to
have a
say,
number
'cause that's a little bit
you-
mad. That's
I-
the only
a
reason
little more
why
thought.
we're here.
You can say, no, we
Who
were
cares what these white boys got to say in this mulatto?
There's going to be little Italy and there's going to be little Chinatown, and you don't have to say those things can't exist.
I would like to get rid of soccer.
They call it football.
Soccer,
everywhere else.
Soccer is a deceitful tactic to get people to.
Would you? I don't know what to present to you. What's because you're interracial. You're black and white.
Yeah.
So how
No,
would you
it present
handle
nothing.
a black or white person trying to come and let's say you had a daughter or vice versa, a son, and they're trying to come
We're
in.
gonna answer the different way. Didn't he just ask that question?
And one actually
Yeah.
it's really
Ain't way more calmer now.
conversation because people like me are the product of kind of what we're going back and forth over, and it presents a
This is what you're creating, y'all.
being
Well, you
biracial,
know.
being mixed race, whatever you want to call it. I would say
Mulatto is what I want to call
sort
it.
of the core theme of the position. It's this idea, and we, in my opening statement, I rooted it in creational order, but it's this idea that marriage is founded on this idea of compatibility, or more specific word could be correspondence. So I have 3 children. My children are 70. I'm married to a white woman. My children are 75% white. I believe a shared identity. A
75% white.
component of shared of your identity is your race. I think you would probably
He
admit
must
that
be married to a
as well, right? Like,
Now the brother, he said, he was like most of our, like a part of our identity, or most of, I don't know, is about race. He said you would agree with that as a black man. Now the black man would not agree with that. He would like his identity to be the same as this white boy or this white boy or this mulatto or this white boy. But the mulatto don't realize this white boy is saying that his kids is black. You know what I'm saying? He's saying they got a drop of black blood, so they're niggers. You know, but the brothers should be saying, well, hell no, they got a drop, they got 75%, especially, but you, even if you had one drop of white blood, you're not black. Now, a lot of people be like, oh, well, they try to be like, see, because what he gonna try to do is they speak for us. They be like, well, I'm both, so I can speak for black people. No, well, no, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, you're neither, right? You are part black. You're not black. If you're a part of something, that doesn't mean you're it. You know what I'm saying? You're a part of that. If anything, you're white. You are white because I say so. You know what I'm saying? There's a white, one drop of white blood makes you white. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't respect what I got to say and you respect what they got to say, it tells me everything I need to know. So I don't really care what you got to say. But so he's a white boy here, essentially, right? But he's telling you, I wanted to, like the Mexicans say, would it be like La Raza, white in the race? You know what I'm saying? That he's trying to get to this side, but he don't realize he's a mulatto. You can't lighten it up enough for him, but for me, you can't. You know, he's lost in his way.
You talk to people and you say, "Yeah, I'm black," and that blackness carries some significance. It carries some meaning when you say it, so having race as a component of shared identity. I have children who are 75% white. They certainly, if you saw them, you would believe they presented as white. You'd be hard pressed to.
Meaning they are white.
They were 75% black, for example. I would encourage my children to find a spouse that is compatible with them. That is not only culturally, and we think about ethnos, and I think my definition of ethnos encapsulates basically language, culture, exactly what sort of Joel is describing.
You should have found another mulatto then.
Shared identity as well is a part of that. And I think in the same way that black people can have a sort of a blackness, a black element to their identity, white people should have a black element, or sorry, a white element to their identity.
There's some whites that got a black element to
Well,
their
yeah, that's definitely true. So
there's some whites that got a black element. Huh.
Encourage
No,
my
there
child
aren't
to marry
any
a white
that have a
woman
black
on the basis
element at all.
And
really,
yeah,
even because it sounds like they have both. No,
well,
No.
His kids look very white. For
His
the
kids
record.
are. I mean, they're
They're neither.
They're they're very white. They're very. I'll just say that. They're like the phenotype is white, and their
they're
mother
crackers,
is white. Their
Mhm.
father is half white. I mean, you can do the math on that. There's 75.
I have a question for you, right?
Sure.
So I want to ask you this question because I've being mixed race, I've spent my time around.
Why is this Negro in this conversation in the first place?
Familiar with it, and that's
Exactly. That's what I was wondering. How did you get there?
I guess the black American culture is distinct from the white American culture.
Yeah.
Would you
Hell
say
no?
No,
sir, it's
no,
not.
no. He said
No.
no. Now, hold on, I'm gonna run
What'd
it
he
back.
say?
He said,
Okay.
he said, is the white culture different from the black culture? This brother talking about,
Okay. I
in
got
some
you.
ways.
Hell yeah. You're not even real. You're animals. You're part animal. Just be honest with them. Why you gotta go around the bush about this? You are Neanderthal. Do you know what a Neanderthal is? Do you know where you came from? Do you know your history? Let's go to the history part of it. Do you know you used to grow tails? Come on, let's stop. Let's stop with the nonsense. Let's be truthful here. And this is what they're not being, is truthful. Let's be honest here. We should be dating them. We don't lie with animals. The word tells us not to. Okay, that's not something you need to be marrying.
Look, this
That's
not
an
a
animal.
all right. This not the past.
Exactly.
That's not the past.
Today. So the word of God tells us we're not supposed to be mixing with animals. You're supposed to be lying with your own. You don't lie with animals. Neanderthals are animals. Those are not humans. Period. So we need to be honest.
I'm gonna let him
Just
say.
like
I'm gonna let him
tell
say
them about their white superior, you tell them about your black superior. We're the chosen. We are the true chosen, period. And no, we're not supposed to be dating you. And because they're Christians, you have to go there with them. You have to tell them Deuteronomy 7 tells you not to mix and mingle your seed. period. And hopefully they'll get it and they'll understand where you're coming from. So we're on the same page. I totally agree with you.
Yeah. Well, that brother, that brother, and this brother debates those topics, especially hard with Negroes, but it's kind of soft here.
As well is a part of that. And I think in the same way that Black people can have a sort of a blackness, a Black element to their identity, white people should have a Black element.
You're right.
A white element to their identity.
There's some ways that
go. Yeah, that's definitely true. So
I go to question.
My position would be to encourage my child to marry a white woman on the basis of that. And
really,
of what?
Because it sounds like
you ain't white.
No.
Well,
his kids look very white. For
his
the
kids are. I mean, they're
two of my children have blue.
They're very white. They're very. I'll just say that. They're like the phenotype is white, and their mother is white. Their father is half white. I mean, you can do the math on that. They're 75.
I have a question for you, right?
Sure.
So I want to ask.
And he wanted to tell him, "Hell no, you better not mess with no white girl." But he couldn't say it.
Within the Black community and Black culture, and I'm familiar with it in that sense. Do you believe that? I guess the Black American culture is distinct from the white American culture?
In a way, yeah.
Would it be safe to say that predominantly the average Black person you meet on the street you're going to be able to pick up in their sort of how they articulate, how they talk, using our hands, where that person comes from a distinct culture from, say, like suburban, Westchester, Connecticut, or something like that.
100%.
Right. And so I think there's an element of that in the way of like race actually serves as a proxy. Like we can talk about all these examples. Like here's all the elements of compatibility.
Now this boy being neither race, he's being a mulatto.
Right? Certainly an element. And then you have race. And the idea that you like solve for all of these, all things being
just like the Arabs and just like the Mexicans being mulattoes.
Race is the only distinctive. And I would just say experientially is a very, very rare thing. Like I've rarely met a Black person who was like, who had like no sort of ties, if you will, to a distinct culture from white culture. He's
wearing turtlenecks.
Right. I mean, they exist.
Turtlenecks for some white stuff, I guess.
Yeah. You guys, this is like a Texas thing, because I think you go to other parts of the country and you'll discover that there's a way more cultural overlap. Meaning, if you come to Oceanside, Vista.
All right, Cassidra, so just so we can get through the rest, right? Because we only talked about one part, but we also got to talk about another part to that, and that's the other side of it, Cassidra. How a lot of young sisters don't get it either.
Oh my goodness, they getting just as bad as the brothers.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie.
What is that, like 2006?
5. Yo, all right, hold on. Let me look something up. Let me show you something.
Okay.
You trying to holler at him? He about to disrespect her.
Yo, Chad, let me show you something. Bro, here, wait, look. Bro, on God, she looks like Snaggy Hose. On my life.
You trying to say she look like this black man?
On my life. Chat, yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Who is it? I don't even know what is it?
I'm not sure. It doesn't matter.
You're not gonna show me? He's not gonna show me?
Bro, on my life. On my life.
That's crazy.
You trying to be disrespectful. I'd have showed the animal. I'd have pulled out my phone and showed the dog.
Hey, I'll catch you.
A monkey, right?
Okay, his sister.
The outbreak monkey.
She literally allowed him to disrespect her. Well, I tell you, he's like, you know what?
On my.
You know what? My thing is, we'll give Black folk this heat, but we won't give it to them white folk. That's the sad part about it. Now, if it had been a Black woman up there, she'd have gave them all kind of heat. But let these white folk come to you and talk to you like dirt, and you don't have no heat for them. That's what really rocks my boat with Black people. We'll sit up here and argue with each other, but then you'll let somebody come into Barbados and disrespect you, or Togo and disrespect you, or an Asian will come and disrespect you, call you monkeys, call you whatever. You have no heat for them, but then you'll have more heat for your own than you do for somebody else. That's the saddest part of this whole Black and white thing, this whole Black culture. We don't have no heat for the Chinese, no heat for nobody else but our own. Explain that to me, Forecast, please. They can come up here and they can talk about you. They can talk about me. They can say what they want to say. But when it come to them white folk, then you let them kill your children. You let them punk you out. You let them disrespect you every which way they can, but you ain't got no heat for them. But then me and Forecast come on here, you got all the heat for us. You go get them Chinese, go get them Afghanistans, go get them Asians that same energy. That's what I tell Black people. We'll sit up here, we're trying to make a difference, we're trying to help y'all to understand, to open your eyes and understand. But you have all the heat for him. That young man, that dude had all the heat for that, trying to disrespect that sister. And even them pastors came on that show and was trying to he and haw. No, let's be real. Let's be real about some things. Like I said, those are not people that we need to be dating. The word tells us that. For my Christians in the room, I'm talking to my Christians in the room. If you believe in voodoo and you believe in satanic and worship and all that stuff, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the Christians in the room who believe in the Bible, who said believe in Deuteronomy 7, who tell you not to allow your children to lie with them, not to give them over to your enemies. This is what the word says. Whether it's King James or rather it's Apocrypha or rather it's the Sefer, the word says the same thing, no matter how you read it. When you get that part straight and you stop dating them, then we can argue about something else. But the argument today is you're not supposed to be dating them. Period. Yeah. And yes, I would have told the dude. He'd asked me about my daughter. Do you want? No, I don't. I tell him, look, don't date them. Don't bring them home. I really tell my granddaughter that. Granddaughter, grandson, that's not people you need to be dating. Whether they listen, it's up to them. That's their mom's thing now. But I taught mine.
Oh, Cassidra, I can't wait to tell my nephew. Like, you betting I can't wait. I'm practicing right now.
Do not bring them home. Do not bring them home. I even did a show one time with my granddaughter, and I showed them the dangers of them, how dangerous they were. They're dangerous. You have to show them how dangerous they are. You got to show them. Those are not people you need to be dating and bringing home. If the word tell you not to do it, why are you doing it? From a Christians in the house. If the word tell you no, why are you going beyond and telling me that God said love everybody? I'm just saying, I'm just asking for a friend. But go ahead, I'm gonna rest with that.
Now, Cassidra, you brought up Candace Owens, right? Now, Candace Owens has been getting in a lot of trouble lately. So now this girl, she's trying to be, I guess, the replacement. You see, she tried to dress like her and look like her and everything.
The Black community has a huge accountability problem. And if you're not ready to accept that, then you're not ready for actual change. Because why is it that nobody can criticize the Black community? Because of slavery? Because slavery existed 160 years ago. I hate to break it to you,
but probably not
slavery wasn't a unique American experience. Okay? It was global. But you can't say anything or offer any solutions to the Black community, because if you do, if you're right, then you're a racist. If you say something and you're Black, then you're a bootlicking traitorous coon. You can't make real positive changes without taking accountability and being able to take criticism. It's crazy. We will take all kinds of government handouts, but we draw the line at taking solutions that will actually elevate the community.
As of right now, I don't know.
Now you see, she's trying to copy her style all the way.
Oh my goodness, that's Candace Owens' sister. Oh Lord, we got another one.
She's trying to.
God.
I don't think she's gonna be as successful.
Her mama should have swallowed. Her daddy we should have killed the daddy. We should have just killed the mama and the daddy. That's why the kids.
Now I'm just saying.
We have to do our own. Sometimes we have to do our own.
Yeah.
Especially when they get off track like this. This right here should have been taken. She should have been aborted. Should have been aborted.
Well, they probably raised her like that. Her parents was probably.
Well, her parents should have been aborted. Because I'm sure they didn't just get like that. I'm sure she didn't just get like that. So that meant a lineage, a whole lineage is that. Now, see, those lineages are not good for any Black community. They don't work with the Black community. So what's the sense of them being on earth?
Now, Cassidra, I'm just saying though, like, and the thing is, right, I get it, right? They stand with them, it is what it is. But like, especially America, but like white people or like them in general, they are coon manufacturing centers, you know what I'm saying? Like they manufacture like plants to manufacture coons to come out of it, you know what I'm saying? So like even if we take down 1,000,000 of them, all they'll do is just put up 1,000,000 more to take. Like that's why I'll be like, we got to take down the whole factory of that makes the coons. You know what I'm saying? In the first place, even now, all the coons that's standing in the factory, they just might go down with the factory. You know what I'm saying? But we attacking the factory. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what we need to do, destroy it. Right. And the reason why that we need to do that, because I wanted you to check this one out. Look, listen to what this young, you know, I'm gonna still say sister said. Hey, check this out.
Non-black man's help in this corrections that you speak of. So what are the corrections that you're looking?
Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm gonna replay it. What? Now she talking to some white boys, a random black woman talking to some white boy online.
Hold on, forecast. You want somebody who's shooting up schools, who the FBI told us in 2006 that they were the most dangerous, to train and teach black men to do what? To act like them? Really? Oh
No. She's saying she's asking them to exterminate. This black woman is asking this white boy to come, I guess, exterminate black men.
Wow. Oh God, I can't do this. I cannot.
I'm sorry.
I cannot. We done. I cannot. See, this is what I'm saying right here. This is what I'm saying. When they're at birth, or when they grow up and you see them acting like this is when we need to separate them from the community. They don't need to mix and mingle. That's the wheat from the tares. That's when you separate the wheat from the tares. She can't grow up in our community. Let her go over there where the candy someone's boxes are. Let her go over there on that side. Because we can't do nothing with that. See, this is what I'm saying. When we have this civil war coming up, we're gonna have to take care of them first. And that's a shame. We don't have time to take care of them. They should have already been taken care of. But go ahead. Go ahead. I'm gonna try to sit through.
And we actually want non-black men's help in this corrections that you speak of. So what are the corrections that you're looking for specific? Force, because that's the only thing that's gonna work. But I mean, what are you looking for black men to arrive at? A place of understanding of like, what do you want to see? Well, we believe that there is no hope for them. That we don't believe in changing their minds. We don't. But I'm trying not to say what I really want.
And he answering the questions like he can do something about it too. Like he won't get smacked in the face. Like that was the funny part about it.
His little thugs shooting up schools. How about that? Go take care of them little thugs shooting up schools. Go take care of Peyton and Dylan, and go take care of them.
All right. Yeah, he into something. All right. Yeah. And she will get caught up in it too. So they don't realize that. You can't tell a black man nothing when you sitting up there shooting up schools and shooting up churches. What you gonna tell a black man? What you gonna teach them? How to shoot up school and church? How to kill 9 folk in the supermarket? What you gonna tell them, Kyle Rittenhouse? How to kill protesters and get away with it? Okay, I'm just wondering. And that white boy would consider any child that comes out of her, even his own, he would consider that child black too. So he would be included in that group.
Exactly. She think that they gonna consider that child white? No, sweetheart. He mixed with you.
I want to say because you're on stage, but if they could not exist, hey, we wouldn't be mad at it.
If they could not exist, you wouldn't be mad at that.
Oh my God.
Now, this sounds like black women, and it sounds like they're consorting with a white man. And that's interesting.
I'm not understanding. That's going to be the one to take them out.
Women who say non-black people shouldn't have a say in black people's issues. It's a common theme that we hear amongst black women who say, oh, white women and white people should not be in these conversations about black people's issues. But this is clearly black women talking to a white man about their hatred for their own men. And they really think that this is going to go in their favor. I don't think they realize what's happening. This is insane to me, y'all. I swear this is
yeah, crazy, right? And this speaks about these, and this will end it here. You know what I'm saying? I
That's
think you should
treason.
make this.
That's treason
Yeah,
behavior.
yeah, that should be brought up on treasonous behavior. And and this brought us to like what you sent me, Cassandra. So let me see, like if television.
It says that matriarchy is inferior to patriarchy, which is the whole thing right there. You see that patriarchy is a sort of natural or divine order of things.
Now they talking about this patriarchy and matriarchy, and anybody who uses that term, I want you to show them a video of the brother running down the street from the white girl and be like patriarchy, you know what I'm saying, and tell me how that works out for that. You know what I'm saying?
Which is not so. Two, that black men have believed and internalized the myth of white womanhood and Anglo-Saxon impositions, so that they place us in relation to where white women are.
Things a woman, I believe,
Oh, they
being
put
a
white
woman,
women on the
a very
pedestal.
proud
So
black
no.
woman, can do for a man, make him or break him. And then you take into consideration how the black man has been degraded.
Now this gonna lead into the next conversation, because on the next part we kind of talk about unity more so. So I guess hopefully she talk about unity. I guess.
By the white man. His woman, adequately couldn't have the luxuries of another woman born the same just like her. This man has to, black men have stood by for a very, very long time and been humiliated by the system. He can't get the job that this fella can get. You must understand that his wife might have to go on welfare. He has to stay in the humility of that. He has to watch the plumber duck if the welfare worker come in there. You understand me? He has always been
The
like
destruction of the
made
black
to be
family and
below
stuff.
the next man. So you must come, take into consideration. Now black men are learning, that their part. They're beginning to feel like a man. They're getting their dignity and their pride back. So he needs a woman to keep on pushing it. Vice versa, when you say about, in the system, this system has destroyed actually the black man, because everything that we've ever done, there's no part of this country that you can say, if you touch that a black man didn't bring it in here. Everything that they built, they've never been able to share with it. I don't even want to hear that. What society have done just took our black men and destroyed their manhood. That's what they've done. Aid and abetted.
I'm certainly not in disagreement. I'm in 200% agreement.
We understand that what the brothers are going through now, as you say, the cultural national. But mightn't it all be very...
Think black history?
All right, and we'll talk about, I guess, that more later. With the next part being about unity and more black-only revolutions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you sent me this too, Cassandra.
I don't know if y'all read it. I recommend you read it. The Kerner Commission was a presidential study commissioned by President Lyndon Baines Johnson in 1967. In 1967, there was over 100 race riots in America. This is the year before they killed King. And then when they killed King, there was more race riots, right? Right. Lyndon Baines Johnson put together a commission that was headed by a Caucasian named Kerner. So they called it the Kerner Commission. It was a report on the civil disturbances. Why were so many riots happening in America? And you know what the Kerner Commission said? Kerner Commission said, what Black America will never forget, what white America cannot understand, is that white America is deeply implicated in the ghetto. They created it. They maintain it and they condone it. And guess what? Lyndon Baines Johnson was so mad at the results of the Kerner Commission, he never spoke on it publicly. And Dr. King was partly murdered because of the Kerner Commission. Because had he got his hands on this report, the government agreeing with everything he'd been saying, he would have been unstoppable. So they had to kill Dr. King to make sure he didn't get to the Kerner Commission report and add that to his repertoire of information against the U.S. government. The Kerner Commission, if you read the Kerner Commission.
Well, I mean, we have apparently before the American government years of repertoire, but starting on the uprise of civil, we're gonna start at not the beginning, but the first all black ones. You know what I'm saying? So allegedly, I don't think it was. But guess what, Cassidra? This is what it looked like. And shouts out to my brother for sending me this. But this is what it looked like back then, except for it wasn't no cars. I guess they was pulling them off horses doing this. They was in one of them carriages. You know, in the movies, they be in the carriage. They was hanging out the window of one of them, and this was what happening. Then when black people started fighting back in the 1600s, they was hanging out the horse thing, getting their ass whipped like this. And then they'd be like, hey, they try to, instead of they had the horse, make the horse, you know, run off, or so they don't get their ass whooped no more.
He thought he gonna come out the car and do something. He gonna come out the car and do something. He said, "Oh, I can't do this."
Pulled off.
He's
And
like,
dropped
"Oh
his
man,
hat.
he gonna have the nerve to get out the car." He should have grabbed him. He should have pulled his ass out the car.
Let the car go drive
Yeah, he
off.
should have pulled him out the car. Do you hear me?
And got a nicer car than him. Ain't that
Yeah,
something?
okay, pull him out the car. Pull him out the car. Don't let him sit in the car. Pull him out the car. Pull him out the car.
All right. So we're gonna talk about when we was first whipping their ass on this land. Maybe not, but
Yeah, we always
allegedly.
been doing that, always. And civil rights, during that era, that's why they had to get into school and start educating you. Because they wanted to hide all of that. They wanted to drown out how black folk used to act with them. This new stuff with the new Candace Owens, the little black girl who looking and acting like Candace, that's some new. That's new. That's new. That's what happens after you allow them to educate you. You know, this is what you turn into after you get in their schools. What you see now is 70 years worth of them educating our babies in their schools. It's a disaster. But do you actually really believe that they was going to teach your child something? They don't even like you. You thought they was going to come in there and educate you and teach you what? Absolutely nothing. They taught you how to act like them. They taught our kids how to act just like them. So what you see now is a replicate of them, of their kids. That's what but then our kids get in trouble for doing it, for acting like them. Our kids get time. They get all this jail time, right? They kids act a fool. They get a slap on the wrist and, go home. But let your child do it. But you wanted my child to act like you. So now they acting like you. You sending them to a prison that you getting paid for. Okay, don't forget the judges, the lawyers, all of them getting money off those prisons because they got stock in those prisons. So they double dipping. I'm going to send you to jail, then I'm going to get paid for sending you to jail. But see, this is what we as black folk don't understand. This whole show, it's not just us running our mouths. We trying to wake black folk up. We trying to get you to get to the point where you want to do for self. It's not about religion. And if that's what you got from this whole situation, this whole lie, that's sad. If that's the only thing you walked away with. We were hoping that you was going to walk away with knowing that it's time for change. It's time for black people to do for black people. It's time out for us going against each other. You got our children thinking that they want to come to a white man and tell them to go and get rid of annihilate black men. Are you fucking kidding me? You annihilate your partner, and who's going to protect you, dummy? You can't protect yourself. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. You want to tell a white guy to come and annihilate your brother. This dude don't even like you. Come on, what are we doing? That hurt my feelings right there. That hurt my heart. This is my sister, and she won't a Neanderthal, an animal, to come and eat up her brother. That's some mental illness stuff forecast. That's crazy to me. Then you got somebody on here want to argue about religion. We got a whole lot of other fish to fry, baby, besides the religion fight. We got a whole bunch of other stuff. I ain't got time for the religion fight. I ain't got time to argue with you about religion. I don't care. Believe what you want to. I don't care. Show me what you're building, and I'm going to show you what I'm building or what I've built. Let's talk about that. Let's not talk about religion. We ain't got time for that. That's a whole nother show right there. Tell me what you're building. Tell me what you built. Show me your works, and I'm going to show you mine. Show me your skin in the game. Because I ain't got time for that extra. That's a distraction to me. You're an agent. If that's what you're talking about right now, you're an agent. I'm looking side-eyed at you. Because you ain't building nothing. You too busy running your mouth. You ain't building nothing. You running your mouth. This is not why we doing this. We are not here to argue with you. We are not here to prove. We are here to help you to wake up and start to build your own tables. That's what it's about today. Now, if you want some other stuff, I can't help you. I can't. Because I got to build. I got some more of my people to wake up. And I'm going to rest with that. But this is an amazing show. And I want us to keep on doing history lessons.
Yeah,
Maybe it'll help some.
Yeah, and Cassidra, and by the way, your friend, damn, somewhere I got an echo now, but we're about to be
Oh, you
wrapped
good.
up.
I don't hear it. You good.
Oh, I hear
And
it
you
on
know
my
what?
thing.
I'm gonna keep on calling out the God shit that you called it. Because that's a demon right there. I ain't got time for that. This is what I'm talking about this religion shit. This is what I'm talking about. You come on here, Raw, and I'm not even just gonna say her. You come on here. You're not learning nothing. You too busy trying to argue about something that's not even important, sweetheart. Tell me what you're building. Let's talk about what you're building. What you building? What you doing for your community? Why you sitting up there trying to chastise Cassie? Why you trying to chastise Cassie? What are you building? You got the devil in you for me saying one word. I ain't got time for you. I'm not the one. Because I got things over here to do. I'm not the one. You want to argue about this, that, and the other? Religion? Girl, this is so much deeper than religion. And this is wrong. This is what's wrong with Black people. This is why Black people are in the shape that they're in. You want to argue about something so irrelevant. That's not because somebody don't think like you. Are you fucking kidding me? I will never think like you. I don't want to think like you because your mind is too small. You ain't ready for Cassie, sweetheart. You ain't ready for me. Your mind is too small. When you talk about building, then we can come together and we can build some shit. But you want to argue about religion? Girl, you got the wrong one. You got the wrong one. Let's talk about building. What you ready to build? What you ready to build? But I'm gonna rest with that one for a cast.
No, yeah, let's yeah, we're gonna wrap it up right there too, because we on the time now too anyway. But I do want to say this though, Cassidra, we ain't even getting that far. We ain't even got that far on the history thing yet, and we're gonna keep going with that. And the sister that you put me on with, she created the back cover, so and it came out like she did her thing with that, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have the book coming real soon. So we're gonna keep going with this history thing. And like I said, my goal is to have it in February. So after that, all I gotta do is take care of like a couple, like one or two technical things or whatever, and then it should be good. So like I said, we're gonna keep on going with the history thing, and it should be available soon for whoever wants to check it out, But so you want to say anything to wrap it up before we get out of here, Cassidra?
I do. Congratulations on the book forecast. Come on, let's do that. Let's do it. Because we need to get that in some of our schools. We need to get that into some of our schools. It's so important. Never forget, you guys. Never forget. Continue building. And don't forget the journal. That did the journal. I have another book out too. It's called A Mother's Love. That's a book and a journal. Then I came up with another journal, and now I'm doing some other stuff. So yeah, we working, we building. We are building. That is the most important point right now. We're teaching people how to be entrepreneurs. We're teaching Black folk how not to think inside the box. Let's get out of the box and let's build, period. That's what it's time to do. All this other stuff is a distraction. Get your mind right. Let's come back to the table and build. We ain't got time for all of this. Hey, that's distraction. We got so much on the table right now for Black folk to be doing. We got to get our babies into doulas, midwives. All of that's important because we have a whole hospital in Houston. It's trying to tell us, showing us that Black women lives and Black babies aren't important. And they are important. What do you mean they're not? When you tell me that so many Black women are dying, when you tell me that, and you're not building, you're not getting those doulas and the midwives together, because why are you still going to their hospitals? This is what we got to do. We got to build. It's time to build. That's all I want to say. It's building time.
Yeah, facts. And make sure y'all follow Cassidra for her lives, and she talk about her journey over there, where she is now.
Yes.
And yeah, my friend, like I showed my friend your book too, and the Mother's Love book too,
Yes.
and yeah, and definitely
Thank
all
you.
that's about. And I gotta get your other book too, like especially like
Gratitude.
yeah, your
It's
new
time to.
book.
It's trying to be grateful for some things, And we gotta count the blessings. We gotta think about it. We gotta see it sometime. That's why I did it. Hey, write them down because sometimes we forget. Because we got a lot of stuff going on in the U.S., right? We got a lot of stuff going worldwide, and it is time to do better. Write them down so you don't forget, and be grateful. But thank you for this opportunity, forecast. Thank you so much.
No, definitely. I appreciate you for making time because over there it's like what, like 8:30 or something like
It's
that.
8:30 now. Yeah, we've been up doing, but this has been a 2-hour, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
got
So
up at
you've been
6:30,
here.
so it's all good. It's
Yeah,
worth it. It's worth it. Yeah.
6:30 where you at. So I definitely appreciate you for coming on here. And yeah,
Absolutely.
man, we like the brother said at the beginning, and I'm gonna let him have the last words. But it's important that we learn our information and our history and the right history. That's why we come on here and we talk about these history lessons, and we have the history book. I wanted it to be all in one, but it'd be like 70 chapters, you know what I'm saying? So I guess I'll just do it one by one, but hopefully at the end it'll be one big thing, because I just wanted all of our history, especially from the time period I'm talking about here, from like the 1400s to like 2020. I wanted it all to be in one place, right? Because we keep not knowing our history and repeating the same mistakes over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? And it's time for us to start looking at history from a Black perspective. And that's another thing that pissed me off. Like when you look at a lot of authors that's like write about Black stuff, it's like they're white people who profit off of our stuff and they don't use it for what it's there to be used for. You know what I'm saying? And that's for us to not learn our mistakes. And I created this for like situations even before he was thought of, but for my nephew, so he can have a place where he can read up on this history, where he don't have to, search for it, because I didn't know any of this stuff before I started learning it. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate all of y'all for listening. I appreciate you for considering. And shouts out to Anthony. Shouts out to Raw. I appreciate you, Raw. Shouts out to Karma 804. I appreciate you for listening and everything. And thank you, my brother, for that, And I'll let this brother have the last word here.
This going to protect it against the people who hate you. Do you think by teaching yourself this, by some magic osmosis, other people are going to achieve the same consciousness? You're out of your mind. And yet we got some Black people who think that. So they sit around the weakest of people, the most downtrodden of people, teaching their people how to love their enemies. And then wonder why they catch hell at every turn. Yeah, you can do that if you're willing to be dead and let people just run over you to the end. And if someone has convinced you that that's the essence of religious life, fine, it's all right. But I'm telling you, you see, we got a lot of people who are caught up in that thing. So therefore, our masters will put that kind of religion into us, you see. And they will see that as the essence of religion. I've told you many times that the major problem out here, the reasons why our children are where they are, is the result of law-abiding, church-going Negroes. Yeah. And it's not the children and the youth who are the greatest criminal threat to the Black community. It's law-abiding Negroes. It's Negroes who believe this white propaganda and this falsified religion. Yeah, who can't see color, and therefore they can't see their own colored children. Yeah. Who in their efforts to be sanctimonious and good create evil. Yeah, because someone told them being good is giving these other people who got more money than they know what to do with their money while they rob their own children. And then they wonder why they fear them as they walk down the street. Who told them love means giving the Koreans all of your money and supporting their children and keeping them out of crime while your own on the street and you need the jobs and you need of being cared for. But someone has convinced you that love means to ignore your own children and love someone else's children better than your own. And you feel holy, you feel good when you do it. Someone has made you feel guilty when you concentrate your attention on your own children. Someone has told you to love everybody. You're so busy loving everybody, you can't get around to loving yourself. You can't get around to loving your own. How is it that people filled with self-hatred and have not come to love themselves can appropriately love any other people? And yet you're asking the very people who've been most psychologically abused and destroyed to carry the whole world on their shoulders and to become the universal saviors of mankind. We got some joke out here talking about the universal values of Islam. To save the world. The Arabs don't need you to save the Negro. The Chinese is not asking for a Negro to come over there and save China. The Frenchman is not asking Negroes to come over there and save them. Why did you get into this business? It's your business to save the world. And that's why you can't do anything for yourself, because you're too busy doing it for everybody else. You're too busy loving everybody. You can't even see the love that your own people need and your own children need. And you can't see that your people need more love than the other people here on earth. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Before you save the universe, before you slave and love all people, love your next door neighbor. Save a black neighborhood. Save black people. And if you can demonstrate that you can save black people, that you can save your next door neighbor, that you can save your family, that you can save your son, then maybe the world will be ready to listen to you and ask you your help. But you got a bunch of Negroes who walk around here and haven't demonstrated that capacity to save anybody. And are talking about universal love, and we're talking about universal values. What the hell does that mean?
Ain't that something, Cassidra? What the hell does that mean?
I love it.
And that's something. But he said it better than I could say it. So, as always, man, we have got to start standing for something, or we're going to keep falling for anything.
Peace, family.